listening reporter, Brick Arts Medium Podcast Studio. I'm your host, producer, and artist, Melvin Isaac. And we have a guest here today that goes by the name of Ashante. So, Ashante, tell us a little bit about yourself.
First, I just want to say thank you, Isaac, for inviting me to speak on this platform. I guess I always liked art. As a child, when I was 10, I started sketching my brother and my mother. And as I got older, I decided that I would just go to the library and take out some books on art. I purchased many books, and I am a self-taught artist. And I love working with the medium pastel. I've tried oil and acrylic, but I feel more comfortable working with pastel. I have a lot of pieces at home, and I have sold some of my work. And I am working right now with some of the great artists at the Dorsey Gallery on Rogers Avenue, and hoping that it will take me further than where I am right now. I think I'm not bragging, but I think I'm very good at what I'm doing right now. I feel comfortable. I'm trying to change the things. I get ideas. I'm looking at things and imagine how to sketch them. So that's how I do my art. I'm always thinking, what am I going to do? What's going to be my next step? What I would want to put in a canvas.
Okay, Ashante, thank you very much for that brief introduction about yourself. So I have a few questions that I'd love to ask you. And the first one is, what 3 words friends and family would use to describe you?
I'm always happy. I'm very compassionate, and I love people.
Oh, great answer. So how would you describe yourself?
I'm a very outgoing person. I'm always thinking, I'm writing things. I have an itinerary for the whole summer. I try to think ahead of what I want to do because I like being outdoors. I love being around people.
That's real good. So what inspires you to wake up every morning?
The fact that I think I have something to offer. I found out that there's so much about me, that I have so much to give. I think that gives me, every morning I say, thank you, Lord.
Great. So what challenges have you struggled with to become an artist?
I don't think I really have struggled with anything. I always felt that I could do it. It just came so natural. It wasn't a struggle. It's never been a struggle. I knew that I needed to go to school, but I couldn't afford it. So I went to the library. I got me books. I went to Nobles. I bought books. And I can't even tell you how many books I have at home. Everything from the faces to the body to the feet to the arms. The mediums. I have a lot of books at home, and I'm a self-taught.
Great. Before I ask you this next question, were you raised up at what borough or where you been born at?
Well, I was brought here when I was 8 from Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
We went to live in Richford, Connecticut. And then from there we moved to Brooklyn. And I've been being a Brooklyn girl since then, since 1957.
Okay, you're a Brooklynite.
Yeah.
So who would you say inspired you?
As an artist?
Yes.
You know what? I fell in love with Van Gogh's story. I don't know why. Something about when he cut his ear for the love of, I think it's the love of a woman, or that she didn't reciprocate his feelings. So. But I think that inspired me. That's one of the first artists that I became very familiar with.
Vincent Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very, 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 uh, very good. How long have you been an artist?
Well, I won't consider it when I was since I started doing portraits. I consider myself an artist. That's going back like 25 years.
Hmm. Are you self-taught, or did you go to school to learn art?
No, I'm self-taught. I
What-
did very well, money-wise, doing portraits.
Oh, okay. That's hey. When did you start drawing?
I think when I was like maybe 8, 9, 10 years old,
Mhm.
sketching.
Okay.
I wouldn't call that drawing.
How many mediums do you work in?
I prefer pastel, but I've done oil and I've done acrylic. I can work with them, but I don't know. There's something in pastels that really, that most 3/4 of my work is pastel.
Do you belong to any art organization?
I am presently belong to Dorsey Gallery on Brooklyn Regis Avenue. I'm a member there.
Okay, great. Have you had any commissions?
I-
Meaning,
You mean by selling?
yes. Have anybody come to you and say, listen, I would like for you to do this particular art, or I have a picture of this, or whatever
Yeah,
it might
and I
be?
have people
That's a commission.
hire me to do their portraits, the family portraits,
Yeah.
their portraits, yes.
Yeah, well, that's a commission.
Okay.
Right? You did have commissions. What about work in a private and public collection?
And I haven't done that yet, but I can maybe look forward to doing something like that. If people like my work, they want to sell it, I guess it's
Okay.
fine.
Yes. What about an individual show? Have you exhibit?
I would like to.
Oh, well, this might be the first start right here.
Thank you.
Letting
I
people
ma-
hear who you are.
I think this is where the doors are open.
There you go. That's what it's all about. It's a good platform, too. You
Yes,
know?
a platform.
And I like the viewers, the people that's listening to this. That's why I open up this platform at Brick Arts Medium, at the podcast, to give artists a boost, promote their work. And I have my arm reaching out to your artists, just like Ashante is here today. Her first time talking to me, doing a radio show, talking about her work, talking about herself. So this is your first actually start of a show, and then you can venture out, to do more and more. The more comfortable that you are, to do more shows, and I think that'd be a great thing. So what about? Tell us about Dorsey. How important is Dorsey Art Gallery to you?
Well, it is very important because this is the only gallery that I have came across by coincidence when I was walking on the avenue. And I met some beautiful people. I met Mac, Joe, Otto, one of the greatest artists that Larry Weeks. They're great people, and they really influence me, and they always trying to help me and give me pointers and tell me maybe you should do this or do that. And I really love every Wednesday when I get a chance. It's open to the public, and I go there on Wednesday,
Okay.
and it's a great place to talk. You have like more like a friendly relationship with the people, with the artists there,
Yes, it is.
and it's nice. I like it.
Very nice, very nice. What do you consider to be the most important in your life of art? What's important to you in art?
The most important thing is that people can see what I'm trying to show, what I'm trying to impress to the people, show the feelings, show my feelings in my art.
Yes. So, who are you, and what is your purpose in life?
I'm just I'm in a medium right now in my life, that I'm in a very comfort zone, and I have so many things that I want to do, and that's my purpose: going and doing the things that I want to. Of course, selling my art is important, but my most important thing is that I'm in a very comfort zone in my life, and tomorrow is not promised to anyone, so I try to live day by day.
Great answer. Great answer.
Thank you.
So that was the last question, but is anything else you would like to talk about or tell the world about yourself? It's up to you. Is anything else you want to share?
I'm just a very happy going person. I love people. I love to socialize, and I like to venture because I like to take risk. I'm a risk taker. I like that adrenaline rush.
Right.
I just love people.
All right, so I want to really thank you very much for allowing me to interview you, and I really appreciate everything that you said, and I'm pretty sure the viewers out there will love what you just said, and you inspired them. You gave them a great message.
Yeah, thank you.
And that, especially the young ones that's out there that just starting up, when they hear another artist, especially an artist just speaking, it motivate them want to come on to start speaking about their art. They say, wow, this is really inspiring. Let me get up there and talk about what I got, because that's what you just did.
Yeah.
You inspire other people.
People have to understand that every art is not for everyone, but there's always someone for your art.
Yes, that's what it is right there. And that's the way I see it, because I always look at people that you can inspire people in a lot of different ways. People always say to me, they say, well, I'm not really an artist. I said, well, we all been born with certain gifts. All of us have a gift.
Exactly.
You don't have to be a person that can draw, but you might can sing, you might can do poetry,
Exactly.
you might can dance, you can rap. There's so many things that a person want to express themselves.
And it's called art. Whatever you do,
art.
It's art.
There you go. And that's all you can express yourself through that,
Exactly.
And you see a lot of young people doing that through what they expressing themselves, and they really speaking, by sharing that, So this is a real good situation right there. So again, I want to thank you again for being a host of
Thank you.
my podcast show, and hopefully you can come back again.
I hope to be invited back again.
Yes, you will.
This has been a real experience for me.
Yes.
Great experience.
It breaks the bread and gives you exposure.
Exactly.
So that's it. Unless you have something else, the last word.
Just want to say thank you.
You're welcome. And that's it for me. So we signing off. Podcast again with
Ashante.
Ashante as my guest and your host, Melvin Isaac. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.